In this video, I'm gonna show you how you can create a fake oil painting using Photoshop. Hey, what's up guys, Dhruval here with another video, and in this video I'm going to use an image from daventart.com. So if you want to use the same image, download link is in description, so feel free to use it. Now in this tutorial I'm going to use some raw editing, and if you don't have a raw file for Photoshop, you can open a JPG inside Photoshop. So here is what you have to do. Go to your edit and go to preferences, and there you have option camera raw. And by the way, you need Photoshop cs6 for this tutorial. In earlier version you cannot follow it, so sorry for that. And in the JPG and TIFF setting, you have to go and select automatically open all the JPG and hit OK. So now here what it does, now when you go to file and open any image, so let's open this. This is a normal JPEG, as you can see here. So now when I open it, it will automatically open it inside camera raw. Now as you can see, I have already manipulated this thing, so let's make it to the default. So this is the actual file that you will have. So let's zoom in a little bit. Okay, that's not how it works. God damn it. Go back, go back, go back. And yes, you can use Control plus or Control minus like this, or these two buttons to zoom in and zoom out. So let's make it default. Now if you take a look at the painting, as you can see, it is super glossy, and that's the thing that makes it oil painting. So we need to make it a bit of glossy. So for that I'm gonna decrease the highlights a bit. As you can see, now it gives it that sharp highlights, and then I'm also gonna bring up the shadows a bit. That also gives it that depth, and then I'm gonna increase the exposure slightly, not way too much, and then I'm also gonna decrease the whites. Mess around however you want until you get the perfect output you wanted. So I'm also gonna make highlights, let's say even darker, and add a bunch of contrast. Okay, that looks perfect. So if I turn it on and off, you can see the awesome difference. There is a bit of a trouble, so let's go and look at the camera defaults. So this is the original one, and here is the custom settings. Looks awesome. Let me add a bit more contrast, and let's decrease even more. No, that seems fine. A little bit of more exposure seems fine. These things can take a lot of time, so please have some patience. Cool. Now open the image, and now as you can see, it has opened like a normal image, and we have already edited it. Now double click on your layer and unlock it. Cool. Like duplicate it from here, or you can press Ctrl J, and then we need to remove some of the noise and all the texture, because as you can see here, we do not have any kind of texture, and that gives it that really awesome feeling. So to remove that, you need to go to filter, noise, and in the noise you need to reduce noise. Okay, my Photoshop is really struggling with this, maybe because it is a really high resolution image and my system is it's okay. So go to advanced, and in the advanced you have per channel option, and there in the red make the preserve detail 100% and strength 10. Now into the green, make it like 0%, seems fine. Now go to the blues, and then make it 0% and 10 strength is 10. Cool. Every image will need different settings, so you get the idea. Hit OK. Now as you can see, the skin looks fine, but eyes and eyebrows and everything is screwed up. So here you have to do apply a mask, get a brush tool here, and in the mask, when you paint with black color, solid black, as you can see here, while selecting your mask, make sure you do not paint on the image like this. That's stupid. So select your mask and remove it from her eyes. Doesn't have to be extremely accurate, so that's the really good thing about this effect. You don't have to be really super accurate. I mean, if you want to be accurate, that is awesome, but if you cannot, don't worry about it a lot. So as you can see, it already looks really great. Now you need to make the duplicate of it. So first of all, let's rename it to the noise. Cool. So we do not screw it up. You just have to double click on this name to rename it. It's simple. Now you need to make a duplicate of this thing, so let's press Ctrl J, or you can drag it to here, whatever option you like. Now let's rename it, and let's make it skin painting. I hope the spelling is right. Now select your mask, right click and select apply layer mask. Then go to filter and oil paint. Here is where all the magic is going to happen, and it looks crazy, don't worry about it, we'll figure it out. So let's zoom in even a little bit more. Cool. Now let's remove the shine 100%, so you don't have those wavy lines, which if you are going for horror effect, cool, otherwise not so cool. So that seems fine, and now let's screw around with all of the, I don't know what my pronunciation is going through today, and I'm also using the word cool a lot, I don't know for what somewhat reason. See, and then that seems fine. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is not gonna do a lot once the shine is 0. So let's try doing it. Let's zoom in even more and see if it makes any kind of a difference. If it does, good. No, if it doesn't, then we cannot do anything about it. So it's cool. As you can see, once you decrease the shine to the 0, nothing else matters a lot. Okay, this thing works. So let's make sure it's 10 and it's 10 and hit OK. So as you can see, it already looks awesome, but here's the thing, we do not need this thing on her hair. So now you again apply a layer mask, and as we removed from the eyes, you need to remove it from her hair. So let's remove it from here. The difference might not be really noticeable, but in the final output it will work out. And let's make the opacity 100%. So that is good, and let's paint it here. While painting this type of things, make sure the opacity is 100%, otherwise it can ruin your image a little bit. So now duplicate this thing, so let's make a duplicate of it, right click and delete a layer mask, and after that go to filter, and this time again go to oil painting. But in the oil painting this time, you need to add a bit of a shine so that the hair gets that look, and my system is really going down. Come on, you can do it. Yes. Now add a bit of a shine like that, so that you have those curves, like those shiny things. And scale, nah, I think it's really fine at 4. And it's 10 10 and hit OK. Come on. Yes. Looks horrible, I know, but we need this thing only on her hair. So apply layer mask. Select your paint bucket tool, and then make sure you have black color and fill it. So everything is hidden. Now all you have to do is just take your brush, take a white color, and start painting in her hair like this, and here, like this. As you can see, it makes it look really soft and silky like we have in paintings all the time, and the output is not as good. And also when you paint, make sure that you paint the whole image. I don't have time due to the tutorial, but when you do it, make sure you paint the whole thing, otherwise it's just looks awful. Okay, so that seems fine. Now if we zoom in, cool. So if we compare it to the default one, it has already started taking shape. Now create a new blank layer by clicking here. So there's a blank layer. Now you have to press Ctrl, Alt, Shift and E. Now you have a JPG inside Photoshop of the same image, as you can see, and it's awesome. Now go to filter, and then let's go to filter gallery and cancel. Sorry, you need to make sure your background color is white like this. You can click on this little box here. Now go to filter and go to filter gallery, and in the filter gallery you need a filter called diffuse glow. Let me zoom it out, and then add bunch of glow like that. Not that much, but okay, that is cool. And a bit of glow there, not so much, and cool. Hit OK. So if I turn it on and off, it gives it that awesome plasticky feel, which we really need. Then you need to duplicate the same layer, go to filter, go to blur, go to filter gallery, and this time as you can see, it looks like white spots. So all you have to do is just increase the glow amount and then decrease the clear amount, so it will give it like super white look. And it looks really terrible right now, but let me finish it. So now it seems fine. Hit OK, and once it is done, reduce the opacity to maybe, let's say, 28% or even higher if you want. So if I turn it on and off, you can see the final output looks really awesome. And I mean the current final output, we still need to do a couple of things. So this is ready, and this is how you make a oil painting. It's not finished yet, but I'm just like giving you an advice. It will not come out perfect, like sometimes you will need to do the hair again, go to your oil painting settings and change it again and again until it looks proper. It's not like you just follow some couple of numbers and it will be ready magically. No, you will have to go back and forth a lot of time until you get your desired output. So I hope we are clear on that. Now create another adjustment, a blank layer, sorry, and then press Ctrl Alt Shift and E. So we have another JPG inside, and keep naming your layers. Don't be lazy like me, or it will like confuse the hell out of you. So now we again have a JPG inside Photoshop, as you can see. And now into the filter, and there is a sharpen, I guess, and select unsharp mask. And then let me zoom out a little bit and let me zoom in a little bit here. Cool. Now let's turn on and off the preview. It seems fine. Let me like increase the amount even more. Okay, that's way too much. This thing can be a little intimidating and overwhelming. So yeah, that radius seems fine. And do not worry about the eyebrows looking horrible, we will take care of that later. So that seems fine, and if I turn it on and off, you can see that it gives it that final punch, or whatever you say, but it's just not that great right now. So oops, horrible, but we will get to the better. As you can see, these things can take a lot of time, like a lot more than you can imagine. So finding the right amount can be really tricky. And also the radius, so I'm gonna increase the radius. Okay, that's way too much. And I'm not gonna edit these parts because I really want you to know like the hard work it takes. So let's turn on and off. Seems fine, but I think this shadow area is just not picking up as much. So yeah, now that seems fine, and let's turn it on and off. Now still not enough, so let's turn down threshold. The more you reduce the threshold, the more the powerful the effect is going to be. So keep that always in mind, and let's hit OK. Not as awesome as I expected, but still pretty good. Now we need to remove this thing from her eyes. So again, you can directly use eraser, but I like masking so that once I save the file I can still have it. So select your mask and then start painting with black color and remove it from here to good, and also a bit from here. Good. Now if you turn it on and off, you can see that really plasticky feeling, which looks awesome. And the basic concept is ready. Now comes the hard working part, which will take the most of your time. Really, this was nothing. So now create another blank layer. This has a lot of blank layer, and press Ctrl Alt Shift E. So another JPG, and this is the last one, I promise. Now is the only thing you have to do is grab your smudge tool from here. Smudge tool, it is a tool that smudges thing. More obvious, I cannot get more obvious than that. And make sure strength is around 50-60%, not way too much, not really low. And first we are going to do the eyebrows, and in the eyebrows I need to select a brush, something like this or this. Do not go with this normal one, not gonna work really good. So once that is selected, make this smaller and have patience during this time. Seriously, if you go like really fast, it can ruin your image. So let's paint. Okay, that is way too strong, so let me like reduce the strength a little bit, and that's fine. And do it, and horrible output is coming, but still it's better. And then let's do it, and paint a little. You can also like go with skin a little bit to give it that feeling. And if I turn it on and off, you can see the difference in the eyebrows. It gives it that painting look that everyone loves, including myself. I'm not gonna lie, I really like this look when done properly, obviously. So that is awesome. If you turn it on and off, you can see the difference. And in the lips, let's go back to the normal brush, like the round softy brush, and then start painting. And when you paint, make sure that you paint downwards or upwards. Do not paint like this. No, it doesn't work that way. Okay, so let's paint it. And when you paint on the highlights, as you can see, those highlights, only work on them. Then let's start working on the dark parts, and this way you can shape the whole lips. And in the parts like this where you get noise a lot, just simply paint the heck out of it. Don't worry about it. It will mix it up, mix itself up real nice. And then start painting here like that, and make sure that you do not ruin this portion a lot, like I have done. So let's zoom out and let's look at the original one. So here's it. Okay, the lip is still till here. So yeah, it does not gonna look as good as my actual work, because that took like 3 or 4 hours, not gonna lie. Now if you look at the lips, they are really dark, and that is because we made a mistake during unsharp mask and we did not remove it. But you know now how to do that, okay? So make sure you do not do the same mistake. But now if I turn it on and off, you can see the lips look much better. Not as good because we don't have enough time, but you know how to do now, okay? Take your time and make awesome images. So now selecting my smudge tool, and let's paint it here. And in this kind of thing, like areas, make your brush super small, okay? And then start painting like this. I'm not even sure like you can see it or not. So okay, we totally nailed that. And okay, let's paint again. Tell me like if you want me to like fast forward this type of things, or if you want me to like show these things in detail and take my time, because sometimes people say like longer tutorials are like they take so much time and they don't need to show everything, and sometimes they complain like why they don't show it in details. So I'm quite a bit confused. So you guys need to tell me like, should I go into all the way details and make longer videos, or you want me to make shorter quick videos where I fast forward this type of things, okay? And same goes with the eyes. So let's make some fake eyelashes like that, and also here. Okay, this time make brush even smaller, like really tiny small, and then start painting. And this is the same thing. It is just tedious process, nothing else. And the only thing that left is the background. So create another blank layer, Control Alt Shift E. By now you should remember the code. Then let's go to the filter, oil painting, and then as you can see, let's make it shine a little bit more, and let's make the scale bigger, and let's change the direction, something like that. And okay, let me zoom in as we can, so that we can see the background better. Okay, that looks good. Hit OK and let it take its time. Again, apply a layer mask, and you know when you hold Alt key while applying layer mask, it already applies a blank one, so that is really awesome. And then start painting with white color in the background, so you get this thing only there. If you don't know what is going on, here what it layer looks like. You only have the background, nothing else. So that is cool. And let's add in some couple of adjustments. So let's go to curves from here on this, click on this icon and go to curves and add a bunch of curves, not too much but slightly bit of them. And then let's turn this down so we have that cool contrast. And if I turn it on and off, it doesn't look very good. It is actually killing the effect. So let's make it again, and let's brighten a touch. And then let's go to the blues and add a little bit of, no, not yellow, the blues, not too much. Okay, awesome. So let's turn it on and off. Looks cool. So as you guys can see, the final output is ready, and let's compare it to the original one, and it looks pretty good. And here's the thing, the more the time you invest, the better the output is going to be. Now you know how you can use like this on skin. Let's just recap it quickly. So here we first removed some noise, and then we added skin, like skin softening like that, and then we added bunch of skin painting, like sorry, the hair painting, the same way. And then we added some of the glowy thingy with use of filter, and then we added even more glowy thingy using the same filter. And then we added made this look like a little bit plasticky and oily using unsharp mask. And make sure to take care of this really dark areas while you use it. And then we painted the eyebrows and the lips, and then we painted the background, and then a little bit of curves. Tutorial might be long, but once you get used to it, it doesn't take more than like 15 to 20 minutes. Yeah, 15 minutes at tops once you get used to it. So I really hope you guys learned something, and I wanted to make sure that you created without using any third-party plugins, just using Photoshop. And if you really did learn something, hit that like button, or if you have any suggestions, or if you are stuck somewhere in the tutorial, ask me in the comments. I will do my best to reply. Now if you want to learn how to make someone's face using only polygon shapes, click the box on the left. Or if you want to learn how to create someone's face using smoke, click the box on the right. Also, you can subscribe to my channel, so every time I upload a new video you will get the update. And you can go to my channel and check out more than 60 free Photoshop tutorials. Yes, we have 60 of them. So till then, goodbye, take care, and have some fun with Photoshop.